Over the past 4 years, something extraordinary has been happening across America. Something so fast, so widespread, and so unprecedented that it's rewriting the population map in real time. Millions of Americans are packing up and leaving states they once believed they would never abandon. And the reasons behind this massive migration wave say more about the future of the United States than most people realize. Today, we're breaking down the 12 states Americans are leaving the fastest and what these shifts reveal about the country's next decade.
Most people assume population changes happen slowly, gradually unfolding over generations. But between 2020 and 2024, the U.S. experienced one of the fastest residential reshuffles in modern history. Neighborhoods that once felt stable have thinned out. City skylines that symbolized opportunity are watching their workforce disperse, and families who assumed they'd never leave their home state have relocated out of financial necessity, climate concerns, or simple burnout. The U.S. Census Bureau tracks these trends through a metric called net domestic migration, how many people move into a state versus how many move out. And the numbers tell a dramatic story. In some states, housing costs have climbed so far beyond wages that even solid earners feel squeezed. In others, taxes, insurance premiums, and basic expenses have outpaced salaries. Meanwhile, aging infrastructure, slow job growth, and climate pressure have pushed residents to reconsider their long-term plans. Today, we're examining the 12 states Americans are leaving the most and why. These aren't random decisions. They represent a larger national realignment driven by affordability, opportunity, and survival. 12. Ohio. Ohio is known for its stability and strong sense of community, yet it has seen a steady outflow of residents. Much of this stems from the state's slow-moving economic transitions. Former industrial powerhouses like Cleveland, Youngstown, and Toledo still struggle with the aftermath of factory closures and aging downtowns. Younger workers look toward faster-growing regions where tech, logistics, and healthcare sectors are expanding rapidly. Harsh winters don't help either, pushing many to consider warmer states with better job growth and lower living costs. Ohio's not collapsing, but it's losing momentum compared to its competitors.
Despite high rankings in quality of life, Minnesota has experienced a notable migration decline. Housing costs in the Twin Cities have risen sharply, and the state's tax burden is among the heaviest in the Midwest. On top of this, Minnesota's winters are long, dark, and punishing, pushing some families to reconsider staying long-term. Add in recent political friction and concerns about public safety, and many residents are choosing nearby states, or the Sun Belt, where the cost-to-benefit ratio feels more balanced.
Pennsylvania's population loss is subtle but persistent. Many former industrial cities continue to face slow job growth, limited economic mobility, and aging infrastructure. Young people often leave after college and rarely return, seeking stronger job markets elsewhere. Property taxes can be heavy, especially in districts where wages haven't kept up. Retirees add to the trend, heading south to states with warmer weather and lower taxes. Pennsylvania still offers deep history and strong communities, but for many, opportunity lies elsewhere. Hawaii may be a dream vacation destination, but living there is another story. The cost of housing is astronomical. Groceries and utilities carry island premiums, and salaries often don't match the high cost of daily life. Younger residents frequently leave because the job market is dominated by tourism, with fewer opportunities for high-growth careers. Many love the islands deeply, but simply can't afford to stay. This has resulted in one of the highest per capita resident outflows in the nation.
Michigan has pockets of revitalization. Grand Rapids, Ann Arbor, and parts of Detroit are improving, but many regions still face economic stagnation.
Manufacturing decline continues to impact smaller towns, pushing families to states with more robust job growth. Long, harsh winters increase heating costs and wear down residents mentally and financially. Despite its potential and proud culture, Michigan struggles to retain its younger workforce. On paper, Maryland looks like an economic powerhouse. High incomes, strong schools, proximity to D.C. Yet the state suffers from steep housing prices, rising property taxes, costly childcare, and some of the worst traffic in the nation. With remote work becoming mainstream, many residents realized they could keep their jobs while living in cheaper states. Maryland remains wealthy, but affordability challenges are pushing families out. Louisiana offers unmatched culture, but that alone can't counter economic instability, high poverty rates, and limited job mobility. Violent crime in New Orleans and Baton Rouge drives many families to seek safer communities. But the biggest factor is climate risk. Hurricanes, floods, rising insurance costs, and coastal erosion make rebuilding a repeated burden. Many residents simply reach a breaking point. Massachusetts is highly educated and economically strong, but the cost of living has spiraled out of reach for many families. Housing near Boston is among the most expensive in the country, and everyday expenses, groceries, utilities, transportation, run well above the national average. With remote work allowing employees to keep Boston-level salaries while living in cheaper states, outmigration accelerated sharply. New Jersey might have great schools and proximity to major cities, but its property taxes are the highest in the nation. Combined with expensive housing, high commuting costs, and dense living conditions, many middle-class families feel stretched thin. Remote work undermined the need to live near New York City or Philadelphia, prompting a massive outflow to lower-cost states. Illinois has faced population decline for more than a decade. High taxes, especially property taxes, discourage homeowners, while Chicago's challenges with crime and cost of living push many families to relocate. The state also faces severe long-term fiscal pressures, including pension debt that limits its ability to reduce taxes or improve services. Many residents conclude that financial stability is easier to achieve elsewhere. New York still has global influence, but its affordability crisis is overwhelming. Housing costs, childcare expenses, transportation fees, and taxes rank among the highest in the country. Many households feel constant financial pressure, especially in and around New York City. Rising concerns about disorder, long commutes, and burnout push many toward quieter, cheaper states. Remote work opened the floodgates, allowing residents to leave without sacrificing their careers. California leads the nation in outmigration by a staggering margin. The Golden State offers beauty, innovation, and mild weather, but housing costs are crushing. Renters struggle to keep up, and homebuyers face prices that often require extremely high incomes. Add in wildfires, drought concerns, high taxes, and rising insurance premiums, and many families feel squeezed from every side. Remote work accelerated the exodus, allowing residents to enjoy California-level pay while living in states like Texas, Nevada, and Arizona. Californians aren't leaving because the state lacks opportunities. They're leaving because the cost of participating in those opportunities has become overwhelming. Across all 12 states, the story is the same. Americans aren't moving for adventure. They're moving for survival, stability, and the chance at a better future. Housing affordability, taxes, insurance costs, climate risks, and evolving job markets are reshaping where people believe they can live sustainably. These moves aren't random. They are the start of a new era in America's population reshuffling, one that will define the country's political, economic, and cultural landscape for years to come.